So we made it. 500 subs. Half of 1,000, quarter of a 2,000, and a tenth of 5,000. I hit 500 faster than I expected, so thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. I'm not too sure what I want to do as a 500 celebration. I'm thinking a giveaway, something along those lines, but I need to brainstorm it first to make sure it's a good one. So please bear with me as I conjure up some ideas. If you have any ideas, let me know in the comments down below, because I'm very open to suggestions. More about the 500 subs at the end of this video. We are exploring this massive piece of rough opal. There's colour bars going every which way. There are 3 different colour bars I think that are worth exploring. One on each side and one running right through the middle. So I've numbered them in terms of where I think the strength of colour is going to be and the best stones might be sitting. Unfortunately, my slicer machine has packed up. I will need to send this to get sliced. A friend of mine will be able to slice it for me, so hopefully I can bring you a part 2 next week. So, I need this bad boy, because if we're exploring rough opal, we need the lucky hat. It's very important. Let's jump across to the cabbing machine. So the purpose of me exploring the colour bars on this rough piece of opal is to see where the majority of the colour sits. I need to see where the best colour is, where the thickest colour bars are, where all of the colour bars are, whether they join up around the piece of opal or if there are a few dotted around. There's lots of things to explore whilst rubbing down the rough piece of opal. Obviously I inspected the opal first to see where I think the majority of the colour bars were. This doesn't mean that I'm correct, but it at least gives me a rough guide to know what I'm doing and where I should be exploring whilst on the wheels. I thought originally this had 2 caps, one on either side, and the best colour would be sat underneath, but I was wrong. It's at about this point now where I then realised that the opal has seams that are formed sideways. So there are some straight colour bars in there, but it's not in the original places that I thought. And the bit I'm grinding away now actually is the backside of one of the colour bars. It's been a really interesting piece to explore. I'll give you a close-up now. So I've chased some colour, and I've uncovered some really thick bars of gem colour. If you look here, we've got this thick bar running through all the way around the back to here, and it runs off to the side and sort of dips down. None of the colour bars are really that straight. It's just about determining which are the best ones to go for. I mean, it's got some gorgeous colour running across the top here. Golds, greens and reds. There's a potch line that kind of runs through both halves. You've got this thick colour bar on the right that has, as you can see, just plenty of reds and greens. And then if we go to the other side, you can see obviously this gem colour on top. If you can see quite faint, there's a thick colour bar that runs here through to here. Now, I've tried to see if these points connect, and they do just slightly. Same with this side. Unfortunately though, I didn't want to take too much material away because it doesn't look like this colour connects here. So it's almost like there's unfinished or colour bars that aren't properly formed. It's a very interesting piece and it's very tricky to navigate, but there is some beautiful colour in there for sure. I'm going to decide where the slices need to go, and then, as I mentioned before, I'm going to have to send it off to be sliced before they come back and I can finish the stones. This is why opal can be such a pain to cut. I've let the piece dry off now, and as you can see, there are massive cracks and fissures running through the best colour. So we've got one crack that starts here, runs all the way through, straight through the colour bar, and round, down, and it connects all the way to the other colour bar. Now, over here, it looks like the crack has healed over time. This is most definitely going to chip out. But maybe this crack has healed. The trouble is, it could look like a massive inclusion running through the colour bar. From what looked like we were going to have a winner stone, has now been reduced by nature's cruel ways. We're going to have to slice it regardless, and pray to the Opal gods that it's not going to be too much of a problem. It's time to have a proper talk about this 500 sub goal. The reason I started the channel was, obviously I'm passionate about Opal. I wanted to educate people on how to cut Opal and sort of share my journey as I progress through the industry. It's been really humbling to experience this journey from posting my first video up until this video. My content has changed, had its ups and downs. Some videos do a lot better, some do a lot worse. Like, for example, my personal favourite video I ever produced is the least viewed video on my channel. So it's really interesting to see what people enjoy watching and what they want to consume, and I'm trying to tailor my content around that. The small community that we've built is really lovely to see. There are a lot of people who have stuck around from day one, and they've been commenting from the start of my uploads, and they're still commenting now. I see new names popping up all the time, and they're coming back and consuming the content regularly, and it shows that what I'm producing is worth it. It takes a lot of time to set up a camera in the correct places, to film the opal cutting. It takes a lot of time to edit. It takes a lot of time to render the video. It takes some time to upload. It's quite a long process, and I love making videos. I won't stop doing it. But to know there's 500 of you out there that enjoy watching what I make is a really nice feeling. So I really appreciate what we've managed to build here, and I cannot thank you enough. Without you guys, the channel would be nothing. So I'm running out of words, but believe me, I'm incredibly thankful, and I want to give back. So as I mentioned at the start of the video, I don't know what I want to do in terms of a 500 sub giveaway, whether that's going to be a rough or a finished stone or some rubs or whatever it might be. I'm going to think of ideas, and if you have anything, if you guys come together and go, oh my god, we'd love it if you did this, then I'll see what I can do. Again, thank you. I don't know how else to say it. But I'm sending this rough opal to be sliced. Hopefully it's back in time for next week, where I can produce a part 2. And as always, I'll be seeing you in a week's time. Thank you.